Hi guys, this is Gabumark on JanQuest, just doing a quick Gabumon Deck Profile. Yeah, so non-shiny to start off with. We've got the Tsunamons, pretty good because they got the plus 1000 DP whenever you've got a Garurumon attached to it. Only on your turn, but still a nice little DP boost. Got the 3 BT1 Gabumon on play, trigger, draw 1. A lot of the decks focused around drawing consistently and drawing as much as possible, adding as many cards to hand because you want to have at least 8 at all times to trigger a lot of effects. Then we got a BT6 Gabumon. It probably doesn't really add much to the deck, but it's shiny and it's a pretty cool card. I do actually run the Gabumon Bond of Friendship in there as well as just a one-off, and I do run the mats to pair with it, which we'll get to. But yeah, just a nice shiny card. Playing 4 of the EX1 Gabumon. Again, just adds a bit of consistency, nets you +1 once per turn when attacking. You can either get a Tamer or a Gabumon in its name. As I say, just nets a bit of consistency and gives you an extra name. Then we got the BT5 Gabumon. Again, more consistency on play, reveal 3 cards from top of your deck and add either a Garurumon or Omnimon in its name among them to your hand. I say it's a nice one, just a hard play if you're running out of options in hand. Again, though, another name for you. And then we're on to the 2 of Gabumon X Antibody. Only running a small X Antibody package in here, but again, more consistency. Add 1 Garurumon or Omnimon in its name or an X Antibody among them to your hand on play or when Digivolving. Digivolving for 0 is always nice as well. Nets you an extra card. Running 2 of the promo Garurumon when attacking, trigger, draw 1. Again, real nice card. I think probably one of my favourite arts for Garurumon, to be fair. And just constantly, as I say, non-once per turn, giving you that little bit of extra consistency on your draws and stuff. Running 4 of the BT5 Garurumon. It's nice because, as I say, it is a Digivolve cost 2, but if you've got a Gabumon under it, which literally, let's be honest, every time you're going to have a Gabumon, it reduces the memory cost by 1. Again, it's also a DP booster, giving you plus 1000 all turns if it's got Garurumon its name as inherited. Running 2 of the EX1 Garurumon. It doesn't really add much to the deck, but I like my shiny cards, as you can see. I guess having the effect when attacking, playing a map from your hand for a play cost of 3 less for nothing. Pretty nice effect, but it doesn't really come up too often. Just another name that I like to use, and a shiny. Then we're playing the 2 Garurumon X Antibody. Probably one of the best cards in the deck, really. Being that little bit of protection for the inherited effect is really, really nice. I'd like to run 2 more, probably cutting the AX ones, but they're too shiny to cut. I kind of wish this had an alt art too, because it would be pretty nice. Then we're on to the level 5s, running 2 of the EX1 Garurumon. Again, another shiny, but also when Digivolving, draw 1 is pretty nice for the consistency. And then if you have 8 or more cards in hand on the inherited, you're gaining 1 memory once per turn. So I say just more consistency as you go through the levels. Playing 2 of the promo Garurumon. Another one that's really nice to pair with that level 4. I say gives it that little bit of protection because it's a little bit squishy with 6000 DP. But when attacking, if this Digimon has Garurumon Digivolution card, unsuspend it. And then as an inheritable, it gains security attack +1 if you have 8 or more in hand. I'd say very squishy, but if you've got the 2 1000 DPs underneath you, up to 8k, then if you have the X Antibody Garurumon, it's got a bit of protection there for those security swings. And then to pair nicely with that would be the Garurumon X Antibody. Unsuspending it, retapping it is just nice when Digivolving, but then being able to return one of your opponent's level 4 or lower is, pretty nice. Dodges a lot of on deletion effects and stuff like that. Probably one of the best cards of that, this format, to be honest with you. It is pretty awesome. And then the one-offs, which are just sort of like names, really. I'd probably prefer to play more Garurumon X Antibodies, but I've got a BT7 Garurumon. It's shiny. It just looks pretty. But to be fair, when it does become unsuspended, you can gain 1 memory, which is nice just for extending that little bit more. And then the Sagittarius mode, which again is another protection card. If you're missing that Garurumon X Antibody, you can just add that protection here a little bit later on into the chain. Onto the Megas, we're playing 4 EX1 Metal Garurumon. When digivolving, gain 1 memory for every 4 cards in hand. So as I say, this works very nicely with the strategy that I'm going for. Most of the time you're getting at least 12 cards in hand. I have had it before where I've had 16, so I've had this card for free. It is a really nice card. On the when attacking effect, the on deletion effect doesn't really come up too much, but I say it is just another name for you to then go into X Antibody, which is. And then we're playing the one-off Metal Garurumon X Antibody. When digivolving, unsuspend it and it gains blocker. So you can either use it as another protection or a bit of protection or a final security swing if you needed it to. When its Digimon becomes unsuspended, if it has Metal Garurumon or X Antibody in its Digivolution cards, you can return all of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest level to their owner's hands. It's such a pretty card, and being able to digivolve it on top of a Metal Garurumon for just 1 cost it can be pretty brutal for your opponent to come back from. So yeah, pretty killer card. And then onto the 7s, I'm running 1 BT5 Omnimon and then 1 Gabumon Bond of Friendship. And so the Gabumon Bond of Friendship is probably slightly power crept, not like, you know, as good as it once was, but it still can be a pretty blowout card. Being able to unsuspend it if you have a Tamer in play and then returning one of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon to the bottom of its deck. I say avoids quite a lot of on-deletion effects, so it can be pretty useful. And then everyone knows about the Blitz Omnimon. It's just the game killer. Really great card. Hopefully it doesn't get too power crept and stay around for a long time. Then onto the options, running 2 Hammer Spark, literally 0 cost, gain 1 memory or in the security gain 2. Maybe I'll change these out for the X Antibody option cards, just because it has the security effect of gaining 1, but I say being able to combo off with all the X Antibody cards that I have in the deck would be very nice. 1 Ice Wall. Everyone knows about this card, it's limited for a reason. Giving all your opponent's Digimon when attacking lose 2 memory is, you know, can keep you in the game, even if you just hard play it. Seeing it in security is pretty nice too. Then probably my favourite card in the deck, 2 Sights Breath. Returning one of your opponent's Digimon to its owner's hand. I say play cost of 7, probably not the best, but seeing this card in security is, you know, pretty game changing, to be honest with you. Definitely a staple for the deck. Running 2 Blue Memory Boost, so being able to reveal the top 4 cards of your cards of your deck and then adding 1 blue Digimon is pretty cool, and then gaining those 2 memory afterwards is also pretty nice. It's a staple for most decks, these memory boosts, to be fair. And then last but not least, we got the Tamers. I'm running 2 BT1 mats, the memory Tamer, and then 2 BT6 mats. As I say, the BT6 mats has a little bit more utility, being able to draw 1 and then gain 1 memory every time you move a Gabumon or Garurumon from your raising area is really nice. And then if I do ever see the Gabumon Bond of Friendship, then I could always use the other effect, but it doesn't come up too often. That's it guys, thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. Subscribe, like and comment. Thank you.